Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Venus Insights and I hope you're all doing well. So today's video is actually quite different than most of my videos, and well, number one, as you can see, the cards are already laid out. Usually I do pull the cards on camera live, but in this particular case, I had actually started doing this reading, and it was a personal reading actually that didn't require to be video recorded because it wasn't meant to be for the general collective. But pretty much in the beginning of the reading, I was guided to turn it into a collective reading, but I was so into it, oh my gosh, you guys, I was so into it that there was just no turning on the camera. Like, that didn't even cross my mind. I was just astounded by the whole thing. And it's funny because there were various events over the past week that kind of were pushing me towards this, but I couldn't really figure it out. I couldn't understand what my guides were trying to tell me, and then bam, it just kind of like happened and I was just pushed to do this. So yeah, let me start off by saying that this type of a topic concerning curses, hexes, spells, black magic, this was never a topic that really interested me, to be honest. So that's why when I was getting the little signs over this past week, I couldn't understand it, because I'm like, this isn't like my area. I don't deal with this kind of stuff. I just believe, that if you are, high energy and you're protecting yourself, these things can't even affect you. And so that's why I wasn't even expecting this, but this is what happened, okay? And it just made so much sense once I started looking into it. So I do want to say that this obviously is not going to be for everybody, but what needs to get out there, and this is the message that I've been getting, is that you could be affected by an external energy force and not even really be aware of it. And that's why this is, something worth looking into and seeing if this resonates with you. Number one. Number two, it does not mean that somebody intentionally put a curse on you or cast a spell on you. Okay, what does that even mean? Okay, it's just ill-intentioned energy towards you. Okay, and then if your energy just happens to be a little bit weak at a specific time, then you can be affected. But there's no need to panic, no need to, go crazy about it, because there are ways to get this energy out of your energy field, okay, and out of your life. So I feel like this is why I was guided to do this reading, because there are some of you, obviously, who do feel and believe that negative energy has been cast onto you or onto your partner or your divine masculine, and that this is affecting you. And that could be true. That could be true. But there are things that you can do about it rather than feeding it power. All right. So what happened was, in this reading that I was doing, one of the cards that came out that just made absolutely no sense, and that's when the whole reading took a twist and I was told to do it for the general collective, was this card here, Envy. And when I clarified this card, trying to figure out, like, what the hell is going on? What is this? I kept getting cards such as, I don't remember exactly because I cleared those cards, but I got something like along the lines of the Magician in reverse, or the Hermit in reverse, and like the High Priestess, or the Seven of Swords, that kind of stuff. And I was like, okay. So that's when it clicked to me that the signals and the signs I was getting over the week was concerning this sort of a thing, okay? You can refer to it however you want. I just like to refer to it as like negative energy being cast or thrown your way. But yeah, it could be, you could consider it to be black magic, a spell, a hex. It could be any of those things, or a curse. So, of course, I started asking questions to see what messages wanted to come out. So I was like, the first thing I asked was, who is this person? Who in the general collective? Who are the people that are doing this? You guys, this is crazy. This is why I was like, oh my gosh, I do wish I had recorded it so you guys could see these cards flying out. But the first card that came out was the Queen of Pentacles, which to me is usually a karmic relationship, and it does not have to be a romantic karmic relationship, okay? It could be anybody that's just a karmic in somebody's life. So it could be a karmic person in your life, it could be a karmic person in your counterpart's life, okay? The Queen of Pentacles, though, I was like, oh, that's also a mother figure, okay? So as I kept shuffling, I was like, well, if the Empress comes out, you know, then that's just confirming that a mother figure is very strong in the collective for this sort of a thing. And I kid you guys not, the Empress was the next card that came out, and then the High Priestess, okay? So what does this mean? This means that for some people, it could be just the karmic partner themselves, okay? If your divine counterpart has a karmic partner, it could just be that person. For others, it's a mother figure. So that could be even your own mother, okay? And it doesn't mean that they did this intentionally, but if your own mother, you know, is maybe envious of your life, or just has their own, you know, agenda, you know, it could very well be that they just, these thoughts that they have of you consistently and wanting to control your life could be affecting your energy and therefore your life and that of your union, right, with your divine counterpart. But it could also be the divine masculine's mother, it could be the karmic partner's mother, it could be another relative, it could be anybody that is like a motherly figure, okay? I feel like this is just very prominent right now in the general collective, that some mother figures are affecting the energy either intentionally by casting spells or curses, or unintentionally just by thinking about this so intently. All right, that they don't, either that they don't want this union, or that whatever it could be, or that they want the divine masculine to stay with the karmic partner because maybe the divine masculine is acting up and they just don't think that that would be, you know, the best for the family, or whatever the case might be. And then with this High Priestess here that came out right after, so for some of you, yeah, it could be that this person, whoever this person is, does have this type of knowledge to do it intently, right? With intention, on purpose. For others, this is that, it could be that this mother figure or the karmic partner or whoever this is did this, again on purpose, with the collaboration of someone who does have this type of knowledge. Okay, because the High Priestess, yeah, it's normally a very positive card, but don't forget we're clarifying envy right now, okay, as to who this person might be. So this is somebody that would have more mystical type of knowledge, and is more into the occult and, you know, knows these types of secrets. So it's going to be different for everybody, and in some cases it could be all three combined, like in combination. So it could be even two people that together decided, yeah, you know, let's have this done from an expert in the field. Or it could be that it's just one person and that this person happens to have this knowledge, or that it's just one person that did it unintentionally. Okay, it could be either or. But I am getting very strongly the mother type of a figure, okay? So, and then I was like, all right, what are the characteristics of this person? Like, I wanted to know more, you know, what their intent was behind whatever it is that they're doing, just to give us some more information as to who this could be. And I feel like I just got two different scenarios. So the first was here, the Nine of Wands in reverse with the Eight of Swords. All right, so this is a person who is very weak, maybe very dependent on this relationship, right, with the divine masculine, or maybe even on you, if you feel like you're the one being tied down to a relationship that you want to get away from and you feel like you just can't and you don't know what it is that's holding you there. All right, because this could also be just, you know, for you and not necessarily your divine masculine. And it could be also affecting, by the way, how would you know? Because this could spill over into other areas of your life. It's not only for your love relationship. Maybe that was definitely the intent, which I will get to in just a bit. It was the cards here. But it could definitely spill over into other areas of your life, such as your work, your income, your mood. Like you might be feeling depressed. Like everything just seems to be going wrong. And if you feel like you're having a streak of bad luck, that's another sign that this could be taking place in your life, okay? Or maybe you're getting sick, just any of those things, all right? So this person is either somebody who is very weak, as I said, very dependent, doesn't have much spiritual strength, and they are trapped in their own fears. So this person most likely is someone who did not do this intentionally. It's just that this person is so scared and just doesn't see any way out. It's what I'm getting really strongly is desperateness. All right, this is a person who feels desperate and is therefore, sending out these thoughts that are so strongly trying either to keep you tied to something or to keep your divine masculine away from you. Yeah, and so this doesn't mean that they didn't do it intentionally. They could have. I'm just seeing that for a group of you it was unintentional, and then for another group of you it was intentional, okay? So down here we have the second group, which would be definitely intentional, okay? With this Two of Wands here, this is somebody who has intent, who makes plans, who has a strategy, and is trying to do something, all right? And this person is also very, very selfish, okay? So unlike the first group where they're just very, very scared and feeling very desperate and weak and dependent and like they just can't do things on their own. So, I mean, I really feel like this would be a karmic partner up here. Whereas down here, it's a very selfish person. And again, this could be a mother figure. It could be even the mother of the karmic, trying to keep the divine masculine in the family. Or it could even be the divine masculine's mother. But whoever this person is, they are selfish here with the Nine of Cups being in reverse. And really did have a plan and did this intentionally. And again, even so, I feel like this person, again, is a person who is scared. All right, this Eight of Swords card here just pretty much applies to everybody involved who would take such action. Okay, just so you guys know what the intentions are behind this. So when I asked, what is this about? Like, what exactly has been done? I literally got goosebumps. I mean, I couldn't believe the cards that came out. I mean, look at this. We got 3 cards flew out. The Emperor in reverse, which would be the divine masculine. Death. And the Queen of Wands, which would actually be the divine feminine in this case. And the reason I say that is because, well, number one, the Empress was already used up because it was the same deck. As the mother figure, clarifying who this person is that did this. So for me, the only other card in the deck that could really represent the divine feminine is the Queen of Wands, because this is what the divine masculine desires, right? The Queen of Wands represents the desirable woman, the passionate woman, the confident woman, the divine feminine. And I find it interesting that the Emperor actually came out in reverse. Why? Because this energy is affecting him to be the Emperor in reverse rather than the actual Emperor, right? Taking away those qualities from him. But just so you guys know, I mean, this kind of stuff can't even affect you if your energy is strong, if you are strong-willed, and if you are in high vibe. But for those masculines who just happen to be at a weak phase in their life, this obviously can affect them, okay? They do have free will, but this is just making it harder for them to exercise their free will because they just have this overpowering energy, you know, cast at them. So basically this was just so clear, and this is why I was mind blown. I was literally mind blown by these cards. It's so clear I don't even think I need to explain it to you guys. It's pretty much causing the divine masculine to stay away, right? Death, to kill this connection with the divine feminine. I got the craziest goosebumps. Yeah. All right. So that's the situation. That is what it could likely be happening. And you may or may not be aware of this. And my purpose is not to instill fear into anybody, but just to bring your awareness to this so that you can do something about it. Because as long as you're not aware of this, it's just going to keep dragging on and on and on and on. All right. And I mean, eventually, yes, the masculine could pull out of this energy. You could pull out of this energy. But if you are aware of it, then you can just, you know, come out of this so much quicker. And even if you're not, and you're not sure, you can still take precautions and just clear your energy, you know, make your aura even stronger, the protective energy around you, so that things like this cannot affect you. So you have nothing to lose anyway by doing things to protect yourself from this, or to just, you know, get rid of any negative energy that may have been cast towards you. All right, so I'm actually going to move these a little bit higher so I can show you guys the cards that I did get for guidance. All right, so I actually got 4 oracle cards, 2 from each deck. So the first one that came out was a leg up and then to be fair. Okay, so this is all about not hesitating to ask for help. Okay, so if you know somebody, you know, that you think might be able to help you with this, and I'm not talking about, you know, just finding a random person online who, you know, claims that they can remove or break spells and stuff like that, okay? You don't need to do that. You can actually do this on your own or with somebody who you think has, you know, strong energy, strong positive energy that does have some spiritual knowledge, okay? You don't need to go crazy. You don't need to spend a whole lot of money. You don't need to do that. I mean, this person could even be, you know, one of your friends, maybe someone in your family, I don't know, a spiritual coach that you might have, you know, just anybody really that you feel has your best intentions and your highest good in mind. Okay, so not only that, obviously, because here with the second deck we also got Healer of the Ages. So this actually represents any ascended masters, and for me it could also be any archangel, okay, that you feel drawn to. But I will say I do feel that Archangel Michael is probably one of the best options, okay, to deal with this sort of a thing, that you can ask an ascended master that you feel drawn to and Archangel Michael to help clear this energy from your aura, from your life, from your body, from your spirit, as well as for your masculines, okay? So this leg up is also asking for help from the divine and from your angels. So we also have to be fair. So why did this come out? This, and it's funny because we got more cards here in the tarot. So let me just get these real quick, actually, because they all tie in together. So we also have the Six of Pentacles. And these are very similar, and so to me this was just confirmation. If you can see, they both have the scales of justice in the image. All right, so basically this talks about, you know, the law of cause and effect, and kind of like, you know, what goes around comes around. But this does not mean that you should go and do what they did to you. You do not send negative energy back to someone else. Okay, this is what this card means. You don't need to. Why? Because things will get balanced anyway. All you need to do is clear your own energy and bring your own energy into balance. Okay, bring some equilibrium to the situation by clearing your own energy, and if you want that of your divine masculines, but you do not send any sort of other types of intentions, such as, for your masculine to come to you. No. If you want to, help them out, you will say that, their free will not be influenced by any external forces that are not the divine. They have the right to use and exercise their own free will. All right? You can say that. You, though, should not say anything concerning what you would want them to do. Okay? So, yeah, you can definitely balance this out by asking for help. And again here, the other card that came out actually together with this healer, with the healing card from the divine, was all tied up. So to me, this was just confirmation that number one, yes, a lot of divine feminines might be actually tied up in this situation, that there is some kind of a bondage that is taking place, either for you or for your divine masculine, and calling upon an ascended master or an archangel can definitely help to release this bondage, okay? To untie these ropes. And to untie the ropes also for your masculine so that they can, choose to do what they want to do without this external influence that they are most likely not aware of. All right, so getting more detailed here as to what you can do about this. And obviously there's a lot of information online as well. Just be very careful of the sources that you look into. So, excuse me, I'm a little bit sick. So I love the fact that actually the very first card that came out was the Four of Wands. And the very last card that came out here was the Lovers. Okay, so this is just, these are messages and advice, all right? So this is just Spirit saying that, you know what? You can still have this. There's no need for you to panic, all right? This energy, okay, between you and your masculine is still there. This is still on the plan. This is still what is meant to happen, right? Union. For you guys to have this commitment with each other, right? And have a stable relationship and be the lovers, okay? Have union. So just by believing that and staying in that type of energy is going to help you to not be affected by this negative energy that is cast upon you. You need, actually this was second, because then we also have the Tower in reverse. Okay, so what does this mean? This means do not feed it power. Do not let it take over your life. If you believe that this is what's happening to you and you let it freak you out, that's not going to help you. You're just making that energy stronger. Okay, so what Spirit is saying here is stay in this Four of Wands type of energy, right? Union energy. Still believe in this, kind of like laughing off this curse or whatever you want to call it, okay? The light is always more powerful than the dark. All right, so as long as you remember that and you are filling yourself with love, with light, with purity, right, with this love energy of the Lovers and of the Four of Wands, and don't freak out. Tower in reverse. Don't let it be a tower moment for you, right? That's why it's in reverse. Because the advice is, do not let it be a tower moment. Do not freak out. Stay in the loving type of an energy. All right, and then so I already covered the Six of Pentacles. So then here's what's interesting. So we have the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Four of Swords. So what does this mean? This means that even though you're not letting it affect you and you're staying in this loving energy, that doesn't mean that you just walk away from it. It doesn't mean that you do nothing. Okay, you can't just ignore and turn your back on this because it's just going to continue. You need to do something to change it. So what do? The Four of Swords. You heal this. All right, Four of Swords is all about healing and meditation. See, so look at the image, and it does look like she's meditating. Okay, so meditating on this in the way that we just talked about, you know, by staying in a loving, high vibrational energy, not letting it affect you, and calling onto, or calling the archangels and ascended masters for help. All right, and there are definitely other ways. I know that there are little rituals with sea salt and, you know, sage and a whole bunch of other stuff that you do at particular times in the moon cycle, and you guys can totally look into that and do those as well. I'm just telling you what the advice that I got here, okay, how you can help your own self spiritually, and by using your own energy and your own power in collaboration with the divine, okay, because and this is just my opinion, and you guys don't have to agree, but I believe that that's all you really need, okay? So yes, Four of Swords energy, meditation on this, okay? You can do things like frankincense as well as you meditate or pray or ask, you know, for this help to remove and release anything that was of ill intent that has been cast upon you. And then also ask for protection to keep your energy protected and high and, you know, in the light. So the last cards that I got, to be honest, I don't even really remember the exact question that I got here, but it was something like along the lines of the outcome, you know, if we were to follow this guidance. And what I got was the High Priestess, again, because I had actually cleared these cards. The Ten of Wands in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune. I just realized what I said. You guys probably didn't understand, because this card is from a different deck, and the reason was because I had already cleared these cards, and that's why it had come out again. So I'm using a different deck now just to show you. So yeah. So what does this mean? This means that if you do take this type of action, okay, you become the High Priestess. This is saying you are the one who's in control. You are just as powerful, if not more powerful, than the person who has done this, who has initiated this process. Okay? You can be the High Priestess yourself. And that's exactly what I was just saying before. You can release this burden. You can be the High Priestess and put down this negative energy that was cast upon you. You can lay these wands down and release this burden. Guys, I swear, these are the cards that came out. It was just ridiculous. I was like so in the zone. Yeah. And then last card was the Wheel of Fortune. And this suggests change. You can turn the wheel. You can. You absolutely can turn the wheel in your favor. And I love how in this deck, the wheel here is like surrounded by the snake. And it's kind of like you can turn the wheel on the snake. You can turn it in a different direction. It doesn't have to be, you know, that you're doomed, and just because somebody sent some negative energy your way, just because somebody cursed you, just because somebody cast a spell or a hex on you. You have that power. You can be the High Priestess and release this and turn the wheel in your favor and close out this cycle. All right? Just be careful that you don't start engaging in this back and forth thing where you are sending them negative energy, okay? Do not do that. This is why this line of cards here started off with the Four of Wands and ended with the Lovers, because you need to stay in a loving energy. And if you are in a loving energy, you wouldn't do something negative or with ill intent to someone else, no matter what it is that they did to you. You don't need to. Why? Because we have justice here, okay? To be fair, this is a card of justice, and so is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, what goes around comes around anyway. Cause and effect. It's the law of cause and effect. It will happen anyway. All you need to do is just protect your own energy, get into this Four of Swords energy, and, you know, meditate, pray, and just concentrate on being the High Priestess. Using your knowledge, you know, and if you feel like you need help, by all means get help from someone else that you think might be able to help you, and definitely ask for help from your angels, archangels, and ascended masters. All right. So actually, yeah, you know what? I'm going to get one final card. I'm going to get a card. Any messages from your masculines who might be in this situation? Any messages from your masculines to you who might be in this situation? What would they want you to know? Stay optimistic. So yeah, what was I just saying? Stay high vibe, okay? Don't, this is really going together with this Tower in reverse here. Don't let it freak you out. Don't let it make you feel like, you know, you're doomed, or that this is something that you need to be scared of. You do not need to be scared of anything. All right, so stay optimistic, stay in high vibe, and do something about it. Don't just walk away, okay? So yeah, if you guys have any other high vibe suggestions, okay, no bashing the karmics or whoever might have done this, please do leave any suggestions in the comments for other people to see, or, you know, if you want to share your stories, I think those are helpful too. But please don't bash on people, okay? That's just sending out negative vibes, and it's not going to be in your highest good, all right? So thank you guys so much for watching. Please do give me a like if you like this. It would mean so much to me, and much love to everybody. Bye.